Sorry, folks, I'm just texting somebody here when I'm waiting for people to come in. I'm going to send out the invite there. How are you, Robert? How are you? You all share it out. Yeah, share it out there to get more people in than last night. And I'll be back on the Mousy account in the 15th. How are you, Pat? How are you? See, they moved a few more men into Dunn's room there last night. It's crazy. There's already enough in there. Yeah, I'm all good, bro. All good, yeah. You're open. Did you say you were a female? I can't remember now. Jesus, I can't remember. Sorry. I'm bad. No, Frankie couldn't be here last night on the podcast. Nobody could hear them. Yeah, this live might take a while to get a few people in. That's why I don't usually stream from this one. Somebody wants to jump up. The link's going to be there for anybody that wants to jump up. No, Frankie want to jump up for a chat. Probably steady Eddie. Has somebody seen the clip yet? They all moving into Dungeon. See who am I saying that? Just had to make sure you're open. I think I called you a bro before, and you got me right. You said to me, "No, I'm a lady. I'm a lady." How are you, Frankie? Is this TikTok? I couldn't hear you last night. And this is YouTube, Frankie. This is the original podcast, Trigger podcast. So there's nobody from YouTube, TikTok going through it. How are you, Elizabeth? How are you? Here's Frankie now. Yeah, you couldn't hear it last night, Frankie. The link's there, Frankie. You want to come up? Okay, I'm walking, Bobby. I'll jump up in a second. No worries yet. Awaken, Bobby. Awaken. Sorry. Nah, you're up. I just wanted to get it right. Make sure, get it right. At least I know from now on. How are you, Lady Bear? How are you? I was wrecked after that walk yesterday, Lady Bear. Went around town with Paul. I say Paul was fucked, was he, last night? He's probably well used to all that. But I think I walked about, what was it, 14 kilometres and 12, was it? 26 kilometres yesterday and the day before. Went around town. I think I've done about 20,000 steps. The energy just drained down me last night, on that live especially. And that live, you can't even get a word in on a Thursday. They're all shouting over each other. I was seeing that lady there, I seen that new light kind of thing that's on down at the boardwalk, is it? To be honest, I haven't watched the full video yet. I just seen the lights and I heard you talking. So I knew you were down there checking it out. The new portal, yeah. That's what it is it? Yeah, Europa was wrecked after it. 14, I think it was like 13.75 or something kilometers the first day, and then the second day it was like 12 kilometers. It was a walk from Grafton Street straight out over to the north side, and then back over to Grafton Street, and then had to go back over to the north side to get me a bit of meat from the butchers. Another waste of money, lady. That's it. Another bit of shit we never asked for. It's like everything. All right, Big Irish, what's the story? You can jump there if you want it. I'll put the link out. Sorry you couldn't get a word in last night. Or the shit they were talking about anyway. If we're meeting your... I know, yeah. She didn't know where she was going. And she was telling me, I don't know where I am, for fuck's sake. But if you don't know where you are, I don't know where you are. She had me bleeding lost. She said, I'll meet you at bleeding Mars. And the next minute I was standing at Mars. Now I'm down at the bleeding, the SIP2 building. So I walked down there. No, I'm up near Mars. What the fuck? How do you get back bleeding past Mars? Up the Mars past us. So she walked back down to bleeding SIP2. That is an interesting city, well, when you're walking around. I want to do a nighttime one. Because that's when you get all the action, I'd say. No, you won't get to see fuck all. She had me running around town, yeah. Fuck's sake, she won't be going to the town with me again. What's the story, Big Version, anyway? What you do today? See, they moved more people into Dundrum there last night. You saw them. It was loud. Loud of Garda down there last night. I don't know what's going to happen. I would have been down there. Nothing didn't need the gaff. Sure, why not, man? Chill out. Life's for living, isn't it? Open up, make room for me. All right, Trey, how are you? I was talking to a few people today, and there was like, no, this new fucking thing on TikTok. They all changed their faces into an elf, like an elf on the shelf kind of thing. And I wrote in one of the comments that says, "Oh, did you see what my sub said about me?" They said mouse on the couch, and they couldn't stop reading laughing. All these people from the UK, they're all breaking the box that. But it was funny. The woman died last night. Now she died of the cold. Who's this? I'm halfway blunted, but I'm halfway chewing here myself. I'll jump up in a minute. Yeah, no worries. Without jump up whenever you want. I'll put the link back out. So still, I don't know how to link it up the top. I don't know how to use YouTube probably. Some woman sleeping on the streets last night. She died of the cold. You don't know who it was. You don't know. So I've seen a few over the last couple of months on the streets. A few women. I haven't seen no women during the day I was in town. But the last 2 days I was wandering around town, seeing no women begging out in the streets, other than the Roma gypsies. The one nearly stuck me up her skirt. She did. She was that angry about the camera being in her face. You become one of our prisoners. Here's Big Rich.
Alright.
What's the crack?
Fuck all.
Some fuck all today, no?
Didn't leave the gap.
Yeah, they moved a lot more
Literally.
men in there last night. Somebody said in
Where
the
in
live
Dundrum?
last. Yeah, in Dundrum, the mental asylum, man.
Oh, right.
So,
I thought that was full.
so did I. I thought they had 300 odd in there, supposedly already. Now they moved another
That's
bus
loud.
load in there, so another 30 or 40 people went in there last night. Loud of guard
There
around everywhere. And
was a
now,
lot of
don't
guard
know,
out
it's
yesterday.
like, there's a lot of guard out yesterday.
There was a lot of guard out yesterday.
Oh, you're talking about the Roma Gypsies, Dre, yeah, they all pickpocketing. Yeah. So there's a woman on Agent Kennedy phone show there a while ago, and she's talking about her mother. She was saying that she got mugged in town by these Roma Gypsies, that they surrounded her at the Lewis line.
Big them in the mouth.
Yeah, but this one was, I think she was a 90-year-old
I
woman or
know, yeah.
80-year-old
Was it you
woman or
and all
something.
remember, was it the day after the protest and the two of them were standing in the middle of Connell Street and you went over with your glasses, remember? That was you, wasn't
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it? Yeah.
And the woman says,
Massive
I'm
with the
from,
second place.
I says, where are you from? And she's like,
Moldova.
I don't know what she said,
Moldova.
fucking.
Moldova or something, wasn't it?
She said something mad, and I says, "Where's that?" And next minute she said, "Bolivia." No,
Oh, that's right.
Bolivia or something like that. I think it's Italian anyway. And I says, "Italia." She says, "Yeah, you speak Italian." No, I don't. I can barely speak English. I said, "Never mind Italian."
What
How
a day.
are you, Ireland? How are you?
Bella Ciao.
Bella chill, yeah. You weren't happy with your man last night on the live.
Who?
That fella down, that was down the bottom. Don't know what his
Talking
name
about
is.
COVID and all, I was like,
Yeah,
shut up.
Steve or something. Yeah.
And
Ah.
I said to him loads of times, shut up about COVID, will you? Oh man, we're lacking the buzz.
Sure, the
Where's the
bleeding
lads? Are they
viewers
not
went
in?
out. What?
Where's the two lads?
It was Giddy and Boots.
Yeah.
I haven't a clue. I wouldn't really
Oh, I
see
thought they
them
might
till
be in on.
Thursday. I wouldn't really see them be in to touch them till Thursday now to do the live.
I got a bit confused. See that Dr. Dre? I thought that was Irish Day.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Now I see Irish Day. Yeah. To be fair.
How are you, Paul? How are
I
you,
was
man?
only looking at that.
Paul walked around with me yesterday around town. Showed me a
Well,
few
yeah.
things. Are you tuned in, didn't
He's right up by the baby mummy's gaffing all the way.
you?
He's
Jason,
walked by
good.
her ma's house and all these did.
Did we? Yeah.
Yeah, on the live. She
Okay.
lives up by Rutland. He was pointing at the old school and all.
Yeah, we're down at the hospital as well, where the centre's supposed to be in that grounds.
Cube had me unsub. It's a different account, I think.
Tube had me subbed on this account, was it, Jerry? Yeah.
I will be having a lady night tonight, I can tell you.
And now she was in Gangland, Dublin.
He's apart again, mate.
No, definitely not. Sure, your head were bleeding. Is K? Yeah. Is KO in here? Is he? Do you hear his new
Who's
thing now?
KO?
I just be in the comments. KO just be in the other YouTubers there. Came out with this new thing the other day. Instead of fucking elf on the shelf, it's mouse on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
This new thing.
Nelson. You should start selling them.
So you heard who was saying that to Ireland? Because I heard that a while ago back as well. Mousey's going down to Ireland. I want to meet this Mousey fella.
Now getting built on. Even the Liffey is up for grabs. What do you mean they're building on the Liffey, Paul? Like on the Docklands? They're building like. There's fucking loads around on the Docklands to build. They should get rid of that Dockland harbour. Oh, boy, yeah, build all that.
Mousey and the couchy.
Here to hear it off you.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh,
It
the other fella
wasn't,
was
it's not
saying it.
even a man, it's a bleeding woman. So fucking people have been going around saying that you know, what's that bleeding person's name on X? Little Dozer. You heard of Little
Have a
Dozer?
clue. I'm not on it. I'm not on X.
But yeah, well, Little Dozer has been putting out my picture and Giddy's picture and stuff like that, and now linking us with Ghana and Ireland and stuff like that. And I don't give a fuck, man. I couldn't give a fuck what people post about me. They can post up whatever being scared if they want. I couldn't really
You
give a
don't have
fuck.
that fucking money.
It's just the whole point that it kind of infuriates Giddy, because Giddy fucking I put my picture up there and all that. Should I put my picture as well, Giddy? You know what I mean? What can we do? Let's go out, and I'm like, fuck that shit. You
Do
know
you
what I
remember
mean?
that video that was made? Remember your man that made the video about the woman who, I'm at the start of the video, Grand Big Irish, yeah. Remember?
Who was that?
I'm not saying that. Doesn't matter. I'm actually not saying that much. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know who you're
I
talking
remember
about.
the video that went around ages ago. Remember? I know he was in the front at the start of the video, and your one's calling me out at the start, and then your man leaks all her information. No,
No.
for everything that she said. No, it doesn't matter.
Was there a protest today for your woman? What's her name? Like got arrested.
Yeah, Michelle,
And how did that go?
having a clue about now that protest.
Does anybody know in the comments how that went today? Because how are you, Letitia? How
How
are
do you
you?
say that? Letitia, that's it.
Yeah, she's taught me a few times, so now I have it right, Letitia.
There's always rats nidgy.
There's always rats, Niji. I've got a bone to pick with you.
She's home, is she?
She's home, yeah.
I can't stop yawning.
So she's released.
So the comments are saying.
That's weird, yeah. I thought she was supposed to be in there till the 14th. But today is that bleeding 14th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's released today. I heard she's going to be released today.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
All
she
that
was,
was fair to me, Terrence Big Balls.
yeah, so no matter what I was saying about your man on X. So Giddy's been going after that person thinking that person's a male. That person's a female. And
No,
somebody, I'm not going to mention any names, Ren, but
little
somebody's been
doses of that sort of
investigating that account, and
thing.
that account is definitely female.
To provoke the Irish into situations that lead to court cases and the two
It's
visas.
Friday the 14th now, so yeah. And when it comes to dating, he heads like I said.
When first down.
Same as geography, man. I'm fucking shit at geography. So when you ask me where this country
like
is,
geography, to be fair.
you like it now, yeah? How are you,
Like we cover
KO?
capital.
There's KO now. We just mentioned your mousey on the couchy. We're bringing it out next Christmas. That's going to be the
I
new.
don't know who little Dowser is.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a female. So nobody really knows, but it's just a female. We know it's a female.
Is he a
We
woman?
don't
What's
know.
her name? Bam Bam.
Could be her, or it could be what's her fucking name? Oh, she's getting all the people sacked from their jobs and all she was at one time. Some of you might know here in the comments who I'm talking about. But she's I can't remember now. She goes around. I think she could be a journalist. I'm not sure. Could be wrong. It was Davina Mills. It was Davina that thought of that, wasn't it? Mousy on the couch. You got your Christmas shopping sorted out, did you?
A boy?
Yeah.
What the kids done? Well, the baby's not done. But we have it all ordered. We just have to collect the
Yeah.
housemaids.
So you bought all the expensive stuff for the older kids, is it?
No. Oh.
Where's your number one fan there? I'm not sure where she is. How is Saturday?
Who's your number one fan?
Davina. Can you hear me, Davina? You there?
I don't know who you're gonna go.
She does be in the comments, yeah, Davina. She's always saying, no, she say, I love you a long time. Michelle Kane, yeah,
Was
was
looking
looking
for
for support
support
outside the
outside the
door
door
months ago.
months ago, and Phil was throwing up. So I'll take a chance to spot. No interest in that with them. Asking migrants. She had no interest talking about migrants.
Yeah, so she's kind of like, even, is that what you're saying, Paul? Michelle Kane. She's no interest in talking about immigrants, migration or anything. That journalist is called Kitty Holland. She had a bad flu.
I really missed me loved ones. I'm home. Do you not live in Ireland? No.
She's talking to somebody called Europa in the comments.
Oh, sorry.
Kids going out the door, what they think about migration. You must be not fair from me, Lockery. Because I'm done nearly right down. The more we pass centres planned that we are. Sure, at the entrance of my estate, they're putting in, you heard about this. I went down the other day and I said to your man, I said, what's the story here? And he said, two lads from Northern Ireland they were, the entrance of my estate, putting fences up. I said, what's this all about? Oh, they're putting houses here. I says, for who? Oh, I don't know. And I says, you don't even know who they're putting the houses up for. Now we're only here to put the fencing up. So, do you know what the houses are for? They're for people, for battered wives. So these people are going to come over there looking for their wives. It doesn't matter where your man came from England, found your woman in Wexford. And because they were on Facebook or on social media, he'd done that to the door. So why can't he do it the same thing here, coming to where estate, bringing trouble to where estate? And your man said, oh yeah, well, I don't know. And they were walking off and says, expect a protest down here, I said to him. I said to him, nice, did he? Expect a protest down here. And he just started laughing. I
Is the
said,
other
no,
one
no,
still
I'm
across
serious.
the road? So only come out of your state and go to the right and then just there on
Yeah.
the left.
Yeah, it's still there.
Are the two of them still there and then two houses?
Yeah.
Oh, way.
And this is all, like, now we got a post today on Facebook saying this is only a temporary project, Mousy, you know what I mean? And they were telling me about it in Kilcross, because I'm always complaining about it, saying you blackmail the community by putting a playground in. We've been screaming for a playground for 40 years since I've been a kid.
Though, to be fair, no?
It's massive, yeah. But that's a
big,
blackmail. That's one of their blackmail tactics, man. They built that so quick. Yeah. I mean, they didn't even wait for the summer to build it. They built it through the winter and then opened it up in the pissings of rain. That's how quickly they wanted to open it up. Instead of cancelling it, saying we cancel it for a day when it's a good day out and let the kids fucking enjoy it. Now they brought them all down in the pissings of fucking rain to open it up. And then now giving the kids awards and I was saying, oh, the kids thought of these ideas now. It's the wrong location, I said. I mean, yeah, it's good to have a playground for the kids. It's about bleeding time, I said. But it should have been put in the middle of the estate where there's all houses kind of surround it, that the houses can watch what's going on at the playground. They can keep an eye on it. Rather than throwing it down the entrance and now anybody can just drive in that entrance down. When they're driving by, they can see that playground.
And anyone can use it.
Anybody can use it, yeah. So you do see strangers there.
Migrant kids on a visit to the dog is in this. Imagine being another comment came up. Imagine asking
kids on visit to the dog what you think of migration. But those that trying to support her, you ignore. I don't know what you mean, Pablo.
Yeah, Paul, that went a bit over my head as well, to be fair, bro. So kids were going in there like on a tour, and Michelle asked them what they thought about like migration. There's a difference between economic migration. Do you get me what I'm trying to say? That's what I don't want. If people want to come to this country and they want to get a visa and they want to walk and they want to fucking do it the right way, you know what I mean? They've been coming in here years.
Yeah, as I said to those builders today. Go on, yeah, sorry.
Which?
Yeah, as I said to those builders the other day, I said to them, I mean, I'm not against the principle of this. No, principle of having a place for battered wives. It's not the principle, it's the location. It's definitely the location. So look across the road, there's a playground. you think it's right?
Yeah.
And he kind of like, they were fucking flabbergasted, man. They didn't know what to say. Two jaws were hanging to the ground.
The visa is also like I'm not on about somebody coming here and a student visa. Like I'm on about, we had this conversation the other night. Like our health service was built by the Filipinos. Let's be fair. There's more Filipinos in our health service than there is on. Like, do you know what I mean? We wouldn't have a health service without them. We wouldn't have construction without a lot of like Polish and Lithuanians. They're different type of migrants to what's the economic mass migration that's coming in. There's a major difference. Them coming in since the early 90s didn't cost us anything. They like,
No, but I do agree on freedom to emigrate anywhere you want. But there's too many coming into the country. We haven't got enough space here. They're robbing all the green areas to build all these apartments for them.
Illegally,
they're all getting houses before us Irish.
Sorry? It's illegally coming in. That's why when I get called racist, I laugh, because I'm not racist. I just don't want illegal migration coming into this country. That's it. I couldn't give a fuck.
I have black friends. I grew up with black friends. You know, I have black friends myself. You know yourself. I have black friends and all.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't
give a, my daughter has 2 black brothers. You know that?
There you go.
Like my eldest daughter, her 2 little brothers are, do you know what I mean? Their dad's from Zimbabwe. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's it.
I couldn't give a damn what colour you are. Come into this country legally, no problem. You want to come in here and work, you're not taking social welfare, you're not taking housing. Do you know what I mean? Come
there you go.
6 months.
Yes, because she's no interest talking to those that turned up to support her, Paul Nolan Tinker. Yeah, that's what I got what you said, Paul. Yeah, I got what you were trying to say, yeah, that people went to support her like Paul and Tinker and yourself. And she's no interest in talking. Yeah. That's not a good sign of this, you know. I mean, people there to support it. I mean, at least turn around and fucking thank them.
No, lady, I'm not saying that. Like the Irish builders, you have to remember as well, all went over the world as well. What I'm saying to you is when she opened the doors first in the early 90s with basically migrants coming in on that refugee, right? They didn't come in here and seek social welfare. They came in and they fucking worked. Do you get me? And a lot of the builders that came into this country were Polish and Lithuanians. When that Celtic Tiger was going on, all the Polish and Lithuanians were here, and they were all the building sites. You get me what I'm saying? You can't take credit away from what they've done also. But I'm on about the Muslim and this all that type that's coming in. I couldn't give a fiddle. Come in the right fucking channel. You're not coming in for any social welfare. You're not coming in for any fucking housing. You come here with 6 months rent. You have to have 10 grand in your bank. Like if you go to Australia or you go to America, you have to have it. Same fucking thing. It should be the exact same going into any other country.
She was not telling me we had to kiss me on jail time. See, even like your man, what's his name? Like he has a joke. Jimmy Carr has a joke, and it's like he lives in the UK, and he says it's not really fair that these people are coming over here taking our Polish people's jobs. So these Polish, it's all part. I mean, that's all part of the joke. But it's shown that the Polish people have already taken all these fucking jobs, man, and all that them are gone home because they made their money. They're buying houses. I used to work with a couple of Polish lads. They were sound. No, at first he didn't like me. He was hiding behind pallets and all. Now calling him out, you think I was just mad. And at the very end, he was like, "My brother from another mother." You know what I mean? When he was going home, and he was saying like, "No, he had to save up for a house and all that kind of stuff." They were able to save for the house, no problem. That's why I said to him, "How much is the house over there? 10 grand. That's fucking handy for you, man. You'd make 10 grand over here easily." He's over there buying probably 2 or 3 houses before he went home. Now the price has gone up like since then. Yeah, it's gone up mad. Boy, that was back in the 2003, 2004 probably.
Yeah. When the Celtic Tiger was on, like, do you get me?
Yeah.
There was boom here in this country. Everyone was working.
Everybody had a
there were migrants who came in the right way, but still do bad. That's not good.
Yeah, it is a bit. I don't agree with all that kind of shit. The Polish got children's allowance while they were here, and their family were over in Poland.
Fuck off.
Like, what are you going to do? Deport them? Should they be happy with that? You go back home with all the
Well,
bleeding
that's
money.
what your man, your man from the head of ICE that Trump is taking on. Your woman says, like, is not going to, like, how are you going to separate families? And he says, easy, send them, like, with them as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're illegal in this country, I think you should be put out, whether you have a fucking 6-month-old or a fucking, if you're here illegally, you're gone. You shouldn't be here. That's what I'm saying. If the channels are right, there's a big difference. If you're coming in here and you've got fucking 10 grand in your bank account, do you know what I mean? And there's a major difference. You can't go. I can't go to any other country without having money in my bank account to prove that I have this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean? Bar England. Do you get me?
Yeah, do you not feel like that we live in a kind of different sort of society, you know, where a society where we have banks, bank machines, all that kind of stuff.
Took me
Sometimes
six.
you
It
go
took me six weeks to get a national insurance number when I first moved to the UK. 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, you come here, you get a PPS number the next day. Like, it's mad. National insurance number is the same as a PPS number. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, we can get it straight. They can get it straight away here.
It's mad. What are you smoking?
We're smoking. Just, what the fuck it is? Got it off kiddies, mate. Young lad.
The same stuff. Yeah, the same stuff.
Living in a banana republic, mousey. Yeah. Eastern Europe exports their heroes to Ireland that wouldn't be tolerate themselves, although I have respect for the Slavic nations, like Slovakia, for example. This is true. Yeah, I had a Croatian mate. He was sound. Man, and he was obviously over here to work, pay taxes and the usual shit.
Yeah, like, if you're here to provide and fucking, you're not take. Like, there's a major difference, like.
Yeah, there is a difference. But there's a certain point, you know, you get to, like, you know, we can't avoid it anymore, really, isn't it?
Oh,
No,
100%. Their border should have been closed last year.
Well, we aren't.
We should have let one
I
more
see
come
people.
in.
I've seen people put false information that Ireland has the most immigration of all the European countries. That's untrue. That's not true. You know what I mean?
We've got a
Germany
fair
has the
bit,
most.
man.
We have
Yeah,
got a
but we
fair
have a
bit.
fair bit.
Probably to now, if you're looking at the landmass and saying which ones have taken the most in, you'd probably look at Ireland.
Yeah.
But altogether, I think they've taken a lot more. Germany have taken a lot in more so far. Germany, Spain, because they're a lot bigger than us. They can take them in that amount.
Yeah, true. I have
But the
visions of
landmass that
her with
we're losing it all.
trapping herself in, waiting on the rat on the turkey, is it? What's that?
He and sure, I have visions of her with staple gun tapping myself in, waiting on her mousey on the couchy.
Oh, stuff.
I'm surprised she's not in tonight, Davina.
Well painted. We don't know who it is, do we?
Just because they have a job, stop. If they were in France, they got a job that don't make me French. It doesn't make them Irish, no. No, definitely not. They don't. They aren't.
I think Paul Nolan's video of the Syrians when he was like, "What are you celebrating?" He said, "Oh, sad, bleeding. They're free. Are you gonna go home?" Oh no, that was fucking mad. Did you see it? No, see.
No, I didn't see it. No.
It's funny. They're all celebrating that your man Assad over in Syria is gone, do you get me? And that everyone's free over in Syria now, like, do you get me? That there's no dictatorship and all, like, do you get me? And Paul says, "Oh, wait, you're gonna go home." No, he says, economics, it's not good for us, we stay here. Do you know what I mean? Just proof on the pudding, like, do you know what I mean?
It's like all that. Like, I walked down the when Paul was meeting the other day. I pointed out and said, "Look at the woman selling the Palestinian flag and the Irish flag. They're both together. She's selling them." And I said to her when I walked by, I says, "Take that bleeding flag down." She didn't even look at me. She didn't even bat an eyelid. She just stood there looking at her phone. It was an
Oh,
Irish game. But I used to take
oh,
that
yes,
flag
I
down.
mean,
Shouldn't be fucking selling that here.
to be fair, that was right.
I really thought Michelle was a good one. See, a lot of people in the movement, you can't trust everybody. I thought I could. I mean, when I started out,
So did I.
if Mousy goes on the missing list, we're all to head to Kerry with our tricolours and demand Mousy back.
Bulgaria man just granted permission to. I can't say that word.
Oh, is that where sorry, D, that went over my head a little bit there. Is that where Davine is from? Kerry, is it? She's a Muppet Mousy wear a Palestinian flag beside her flag. Sure, and yeah, 100%. Shouldn't he be
Remember when we
selling
were
that
at the
big
north,
flag?
all the Palestinian flags, and then when we went over to the other side, it was all the Israel flags. It was mad. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Where was that?
Remember when we got out of the car and we walked down to where the gates lock?
Oh,
Before
yeah.
we went around to see the wall and all, remember? And then there was
Yeah.
all the English flags, and then they had all the Israel flags, and then you look to the right, and there was all the Irish flags with all the Palestinian flags. So it was like, it's fucking, do you know what I mean? One side supports one, and the other side supports the other. It was just like, just support yourselves. Do you know what I mean?
Should be selling all the fucking flags, you know, man. There's to be all the nationalities are over here. Next one to be selling all the flags. We support this, we support that. Support your own. We all know where he is, D. Is that where Davine is from? Yeah. Kerry. Because has she got a strong Kerry accent, is she? I used to work with this fella, Big Irish. He had a strong Kerry accent, and he says to me one day, "Are you walking over to the shop?" I says, "Right, I walk over to the shop." So we're walking over to the shop, and he's telling me all these mad stories. But he talks so fast. I was like, it's like jumble. It was to me. It was like just talking in jumble. So I was just laughing away to me, wait at him. We got over first the shop, and I was just wanting around the shop. And next minute, I look back at the woman that was saving that fella. And he was asking her for a date. He's like, any chance for date? You know, that kind of way, real strong Kerry accent. And she looking at me
Last
going,
night he
like,
got live with Sean Kelly.
oh, he's from Cork, was it?
Now he lives in Kerry, he said.
Was it? Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
That I couldn't understand him either. And you were all going, yeah, know what you mean. I was going, what? What are you having the clue? What are you talking about? Bubbles, wasn't it? Bubbles.
What was it?
Bubbles. Your man's name was Bubbles.
Like the monkey?
Yeah, like the monkey Bubbles, yeah.
That's my mate's name, because he used to walk like a monkey.
Is it, yeah? Call him Bubbles.
Yeah. They call him Bubbles, yeah.
He walks like a monkey.
He used to walk like a monkey when he was a kid, yeah.
What's your brother's name again?
My brother?
Is it your brother you told me you had a mad nickname?
Oh.
Somebody that ran into
the back of a car.
Yeah, back of a car or something, yeah.
Eating a bar of chocolate. So the bar of chocolate is now his nickname. Yorkie. You can call it since he's a kid.
Fucking hell, man. It's not the way nicknames just stick, isn't it?
I know, yeah. Big Irish stuff.
So a man from my area, that fella that was unalive, he called me Mousy for the first time in secondary school, and then it just stuck.
I was born in Cork. Parents have a great sense of humour. They want to be from Cork.
I was born in Cork. Parents have a great sense of humour. Yeah, the Irish sense of humour is great. I even went over to meet a mate over in Tallaght the other day. So I drove up to the building and I left my lights on. Next minute, this foreign woman comes out of the shop and she starts fucking shouting abuse at me to turn off my lights that she couldn't see inside the shop. I just told her, get to be fucked. They're staying on. I can't see, I said to her. And just close up the window.
That's because you're cataracts. Michelle,
That's me
Michael
cataracts,
Healy,
yeah.
Michael Healy never top five, or he wouldn't sail you down the river for the biggest mountain in the country.
You see, my name is Kerry. You missed that. I'm confused now. Is that what D was talking about, Kerry?
Clear. I'm lost.
I'm lost myself. I'll give you that
Cause I
slap.
got high. Because I got high.
He doesn't seem too good. I know, my eyesight's not that bad now these days.
These days.
I'm not hitting curves anymore. Nearly taking out people.
Funny. That's pretty funny.
Jeez, it wasn't funny, man. I
Not
drove back
funny
from
either.
fucking remember Cruxing? You were Cruxing that day with us. You were?
Oh, when you fucking
Had to drive back home. Oh, you went
the
with us.
car.
You got to get back off
I
something
went
else.
in the car with the L
Yeah.
and all the lads.
Man, I couldn't have fucking seen nothing going back home. I couldn't. That's why I never went back over there after that. Not at night time, anyway, until my eyes were done.
That's right, actually. That was a good night that night. Fair enough.
Yeah, it was good over there. Till the locals kind of came out against me and they told me to get out of the area. That they don't need my help around here. So I said, right, that's fair enough. I'm out here. Your the area falls apart. Don't fucking come back looking for help about me.
To be fair, we travelled throughout the country for a long time.
Don't worry, mouse. You get the police for you. Mouse is always lost. Yeah, I think that he might have smoking too much.
I'm stoned, can't lie. All I've
Mouse,
done all day.
you getting
Watch
kidnapped,
Y5
kid.
out.
Y50.
Yeah, all
You're
day I'm
back
watching
watching
it.
that, yeah?
Yeah, like the new one, obviously, not the old version. But I've done nearly a season today.
I tell you what I do watch. I do watch a lot of that fucking crime shit from America. Now where the body cams.
No, not into it.
Body cams on YouTube. Yeah, I'm just hooked on that shit. I do watch that stuff at night time. Good. You see everything, people getting caught in their jobs, robbing and stuff like that.
Hannah's back watching Yellow. Well, Hannah never seen Yellowstone, so she's watching it. And the second part of season 5 is after coming out. So I'm up to date. So I told her when she hit season 5, I was go back and watch the start 6 episodes with her, or 8 episodes, I think it is. So all the rest of them. But I'm watching a Y5 out until then.
There you go.
Australia.
YouTube mouse, you love it. And same, Paul said same. Yeah, I love all that stuff. There's Red Tree. I think it's a channel called Red Tree or something. Love watching that channel. There's a couple of channels out there.
The Mayor of Kingston. Have you ever seen The Mayor of Kingston?
No, never heard of them. Who's that?
It's on my Paramount, and I don't know whether to watch it or not. Haven't got the courage
It's a
yet.
film, is it?
Program.
Never heard. I see Fridays up there on what's it called, Netflix.
Did you ever see The Deepest Breath on Netflix? About the Irish.
Nobody used the bathroom for at least half an hour. Remember he says that in Friday. Go on, what were you saying? I just had it up here. I just seen the old lad walking in there, and exactly those words were coming out of his mouth. And just said,
That's very funny. Oh, that's shocking.
Miss Parker, hey, Miss Parker.
I haven't seen Friday in a long time.
Miss Parker's fine. What you say, boys? No.
Isn't there people coming in?
Was it?
People coming in from outside, the noise them.
Into your apartment?
Your pan blocks, yeah.
Session.
I wish. I wouldn't be able for it, to be fair. I said it earlier on, I would have loved to slaughter a glass of whiskey earlier on, I have to be honest with you. But
Glass of whiskey, yeah.
it was just something about it. Somebody texted me and they were saying that they had a glass of vodka, and I was like, wow, I'd love a glass of whiskey.
Alright, I like drinking at Christmas time. What's that stuff that tastes like? Does it taste like chocolate or something?
Baileys.
Baileys, yeah. Like a glass of Baileys, yeah. A bottle of Baileys.
Slaughter a bottle of Baileys.
Oh, it's massive, isn't it?
Two are Ireland's true alloys as axis against the population. Modification being waged on Gaddafi in Libya and Assad in Syria tried to deploy democracy as a sham, lads. A lady took £4.5 out of Parliament for arcades present for the festive season in the city centre. She was still putting on islands, they got the lock. Boy, the shot.
Oh, way, Paul. It's pity we didn't fucking bump into them on the way around. $5.5 grand. Fucking hell. That's Christmas over for them.
Shouldn't come for red lemonade. Oh, that's one thing I have to
Somebody
say.
needs to set up a little fucking GoFundMe for your woman. $5.5 grand. She probably had it all planned out for her kids and all. That's really sad. What's this? All smiles now. Makeup, hair done. All power to the women now, still.
Oh, yeah.
Lemonade is my red lemonade is my Southern Comfort. My brother used to like that, yeah. My older brother. Southern Comfort. Red lemonade. I find that
Have you
Southern
ever tried
Comfort.
Captain Morgan's Tiki?
Yeah, I
Captain
had it
Morgan's.
once, Captain Morgan's. Yeah.
Pineapple flavour. Fucking beautiful.
We got drunk and where we were on
You
fucking.
drunk?
Yeah, I was pissed out of my head, man. You drink that Captain Morgan's, and then this is part of the job. She went out Christmas party, and we said to the woman, she was only a new boss. She said to her, "We were getting glasses of Baileys, not that kind of thing. We're getting just like small glass of Baileys, drinking that." And we was thinking, "What's the point? Just get a fucking bottle." So we said to her, "Any chance to get a bottle?" She said, "Yeah, fire ahead." So we went and got a bottle each, me and another, and we drank that ourselves. And we found the bill. It was €234 a bottle. The company got changed. They were
What,
going
for the
mad over
Baileys?
for the bottle of Baileys, yeah. Because they sold the bottle by short, no, by the short. So if you were buying it by the short or buying it by the bottle, this makes no difference. And I was like, well, fuck that. So yeah, I got pissed out of my head, man. We ended up walking. This was on what street was it? Where the Georges? What's the Georgia Street? It was at the very top. That's a wine bar kind of place. Oh, it was a fucking posh shithole. So I ended up walking from there. Grabbing something out of the chipper, like a 2-in-1. I was walking. Next minute, I ended up in Bluebell. I was like, how the fuck did I get in Bluebell? So I was just pissed out of my head. I think I had fuck all money in my pocket. I just started walking. Next minute, I'm walking up the M50, and the guards are pulled up beside me. So what are you doing? I'm like, I'll pretend I was done. What are you doing on the M50? Am I on the M50? No, that kind of way. Am I on the M50?
On the M50.
And they were saying, just get in the back of the car. So I got in the back of the car. He brought me back up as far. This is where do you live? And I said, up in Sandyford. Yeah. I'll bring you up there, back up there. So he brought me back up there and just dropped me off outside the hotel and fucking sped off. So got me free left home anyway. It's happy days.
That's not. Where's my joint?
Don't get me drunk, that's one thing. Don't know where I'm going.
Don't get me drunk.
What's this like when we met her? She let the girl search Paul Nolan. Who's this? Michelle was obviously. You talking about Michelle, is it? She let the girl search Paul Nolan. And then after she says he's okay with, he is with us. Instead of saying that in the first place. I don't know her. I don't know her face, you know what I mean? Michelle Keane.
You know,
I think so, no. I can't put a face to her now.
blonde woman. No. No offense to all the rounds in here. Wish years are older than her. Sorry. Yeah, you hate the man. There's the biggest album coming in now, man. And look at that Irish Day, man bag. Album. Force him in the comment.
No doubt she was shaking. I suppose I've never seen her dressed up and groomed. Just thought it weird that went straight into the female prisoners, and then she's blocked from talking about the Cass
Case.
case.
Well, she'd hardly went, no offense, I don't know what that's about, but she'd hardly went into the man's prison. Do you know what I mean? I could be wrong, like, but
What were they were talking about? And it was just the other day in the live, man. Irish Steve was saying that, and I was all serious the other day, and now I was live. Then I came in and they were talking about Michael Jackson. I used to have a tape card with Michael Jackson on it. And Jerry's dad gave me a stick in the comments saying, I can imagine Mousy with the red jacket on dancing on the line. And it all started from there. Next minute, oh man, I couldn't even hear fucking Noel after the while. It was break me box laughing, it was.
yeah, we went to see him in the
She's got
RDS
a dead more.
years ago.
Huh?
We seen him in the RDS years ago.
Did you hear?
Yeah, Blood in the Dance Floor tour. 98 or
The whole
97, I
chat
think it
just
was.
changed. It did, yeah. It fucking just went mad.
When?
I was sure the day it was. No, it was a couple of days ago. Noel, do you know Noel? I don't know what his account is called. Somebody might tell you in the comments here. But he does a live, and he was talking away whatever about something about Michael Jackson and all. And then it all started about, you could imagine Mousy with a Michael Jackson jacket on, dancing on the line now. Jerry started this out. And then it just went on from there, you know what I mean? And then out came with the comments of the fucking Mousy on the couchy and all this kind of stuff. It was funny. I couldn't stop laughing, man. And I couldn't even hear what fucking I was even talking about. I was saying Davina was killed for your tape of you singing. Oh, that's right, yeah. Because I said I used to have a tape deck when I was a kid, and you had the Michael Jackson. Remember that Thriller? That Thriller tape. I had the Thriller tape when I was a kid. I used to sing along with it. And then they were saying, "Oh yeah, Davina would love to hear that tape."
There's not one person in this live that's old enough that never listened to Michael Jackson. They'd be lying if they didn't. Do you know what I mean? Michael Jackson was one of the best singers ever. Do you know what I mean?
And there's Jerry now. I have to inject a bit of banter.
Oh yeah, I'm very, very stoned.
What are you getting anyway?
Just a 50.
Of the same bloke and fed it.
Yeah, Zope. He had two of them. Yeah, he had Zope and Gelato or something.
That same young fella?
Yeah.
You got the white stuff off, whatever you call it. The white. What was that called the other day? You got the weird.
No, it was the Zope bar and what else was it called? Gelato 43 or something.
Yeah, what's Noel's account there? So Big Irish Noel's there. I can't remember.
Who?
Noel. I've met him. He was at the last protest. I think you were at the one in town. Remember that one?
Fadango texted me. Remember Fadango from Liverpool? That was over for the last protest.
Fadango. An outfit, was he?
Yeah, the outfit, yeah.
Scout yeah, I do remember him, yeah. He took your number that day, did he?
No, he texted me on TikTok. I wouldn't give a stranger like that my number, you mad. Gave it to you and look what's happened. Wow, I am fucking stoned.
Now you got charges coming through your ears.
Oh my god, like if I didn't ring you that night, yeah, Or you didn't ring me and ask me was I coming that night.
I
I'd
know.
be perfect. You have caused me so much prick.
It probably caused a lot of people grief, you know what I mean? Everybody
I
was sitting
couldn't
in the
believe
gaps.
it that night.
Everybody sitting in the gaps watching Mousy at the Sawyer building on a live. Nobody was barely ever going. And then fucking, as soon as people turn up, you all get arrested, and that was the end of them. You never hear from them again.
Oh, I wasn't even gone that night, man. Mousy, you coming over? Don't let her bug you. Worst possible decision I made. All you went fucking home, and I'm sitting in the cell for fucking 2 days. Fuck you. Oh man, I dread this court case.
When's it coming up next year? Early next year.
You're mad. Yeah. Well, if I mention it, I think actually next week, to be fair, but
Jesus. Glad I haven't got fucking anything like that myself, man. It's just that fucking signing on shit.
3 times a week, man. You're messing. Not
But you
allowed
know,
on your social media. Not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that, not allowed to fucking be there, not allowed to talk to that person. Fuck off.
how is Johnny? How are you? Who was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, Collie. He's signing on every single day. That's
Stop.
looking. That's your bleeding light. You know,
He was on
pain
the
that
phone with me
bollocks,
the
isn't
other
it?
day.
Oh shit, was he?
He sent me a lot. He sent me a lot of stuff. He was like, "Get this." He was telling me about my dad. You get me? And fucking.
Oh yeah.
He started sending me a lot of stuff to start giving me dad to help him after. Like, and all. I was like, fair play to you. You know what I mean? Like, he been thinking about me. Like,
Yeah, nice and Paul. Yeah, yeah. I'll meet Bouchard. Yeah,
Bogchar.
Bouchard. Yeah, he
I
goes
think we.
around.
I think we met Bogchar.
Yeah, he probably did. Yeah,
I'm nearly sure we did.
yeah. I've met him a few times myself.
Bogchar.
Yeah, he goes around the cameras as well.
I'll be back in 2 seconds, yeah?
No, he's bro. Yeah. Yeah, Mike looks like a Virginia. I was sorry to say this. Yeah, Mike looks like a Virginia. I said it's supposed to be a vagina, isn't it? That's I didn't pick that profile. The other like Giddy picked it. I said if you get our own person one thing, that's one I think he just picked up off Google. But she should get her own one made up. That's what I was reading. I said Virginia. I was like, what's a Virginia? That's some sort of alcohol or something. Time funkies. Danger Mouse, yeah, I've had a few times. They used to say that in town, yeah. Danger Mouse was going around the eye patch. That's when I had the cataracts. Be honest, I had a fucking bleeding patch over my eye for a couple of days when I got the operation done. So it did look like Danger Mouse going around. I only had to wear that at night time, which is a good thing. I wasn't wanting around fucking bleeding these protests with that on. We definitely getting stick then. Definitely Danger Mouse, yeah. Now's the time like, for someone like Mousy to be quite a lot of crazy goes on in the city out of there. Yeah, Paul, I'm gonna start getting out in the dark soon, yeah. Be honest, I'm just fucked for cash now at the moment. When I get more cash, I'll be definitely go back into town and at night time. I think during the day nothing really happens. It's just gonna be hard to record. Especially on the glasses. You were a DJ, yeah, the DJ name was back then. What was that fucking called? My head's like a sieve now. It was Elevate. DJ Elevate. But it was spelled all different. It was LLIBA. I mean, Mousy in the housey. Mousy on the couch and Mousy in the housey, huh? Where's Frankie? See back in a few seconds. I'm going to walk me dog. I'm going to wake me dog. I thought must be well awake by now, Frankie. Who's your Penfold? I would have to call Giddy Penfold. What was that other cartoon name? What are we going to do today? Try to take over the world. I can't remember that bleeding, the name of that cartoon. The dog is walking Frankie. Yeah, probably is. Dog's probably asleep after Frankie's been talking to the dog, telling me you don't understand. The world's like this because of the small hats. Probably putting the wheatie, yeah. Frankie probably pulled the wheatie. That's why he's not on. Pinky and the Brain, that's the one. Pinky and the brain. That make you the brain music. No, I wouldn't say so. What are we going to do today? Try to take over the world. Try to take over Dublin City. I was talking to one of the ladies that protesting. Oh yeah, the drop down there as well. There's 21 centres or places where was there those flats. I still have to drop down there as well, Paul, yeah. Then I'd be Pinky. Yeah, KO 21, yeah. Yeah, Frankie. Drop you the link there, yeah, no. Big Irish just dropped off there. Pinky and the brain. Oh, Gangland doesn't to see Mousy. So much more. Oh, definitely. I'll probably get robbed in front of you when I'm on the mugged. Mr. Frankie, yeah, no.
How's it going, Derek?
All right, Frankie, how are you?
Doing good.
Good to hear, bro.
How's everything?
What were you trying to say last night in the live anyway? Because
I couldn't hear you guys or anything.
Yeah. They couldn't hear you either. Like, they found it good.
Yeah.
It's just the two phones are against each other, and that's the best they could do.
Yeah, well, anyway, what was I going to say? What was I saying yesterday about the Syrian thing with Assad falling? You have people literally fucking saying, that he's a criminal and all that type of shit, but he's not. He was actually protecting the Christians. He was actually, stopping all this Islamist and jihad and stuff, and him using chemical weapons, complete bullshit. He was basically holding the gates of Toledo closed until they're opened up by who, the small hats. And now let me tell you why this affects Ireland and the whole world, whole Western world, I should say. Because not only that, if you think the Syrians are going to go back, you have a big thing. You have another thing coming. There's going to be even more of them coming in now, even more, as there's 1.2 million displaced Lebanese already, and Israel have conveniently invaded that country. It's a great Israel project, a great replacement theory. This Calgary plan, all happening now. Conveniently enough, when he was, destroyed by so-called rebels with sandals, you mean the Mossad and CIA helping them in MI5 with an arsenal of fucking drones. In 11 days, they took a well-equipped army out. Yeah, bullshit. They're helped out by the usual suspects. Now, with that happening, Israel conveniently have wiped out his Air Force, Navy, and everything, and they're going to start occupying just so, they don't get threatened. As, they say, just their pretenses of occupying another country. And they're going to do the same thing with Iraq, and then with Iran, then with Egypt. It's all happening with all those countries that they occupy and displace, and they cause disruptions like they did in Libya and Iraq. Where are those people going to go? They're going to be flooded into Europe. It's all by design.
Yeah, and how do you think it's going to affect Ireland? This is the question.
That's why I just said your guys.
Yeah, no, they're all going to come into Europe, but
yeah, you're going to get more. You're going to get more and more. So it doesn't just affect you; it affects everyone. So these people are getting displaced, are going to be brought into your country. Now, it's funny. The big bag boogeyman that they call Assad had Syria. Syria was the biggest middle class in the Middle East. It was one of the most stable countries for healthcare, education, everything. The Christians had really good rights under him and were protected. That's a bunch of bullshit that he slaughtered them. That's bullshit. And there's never been any evidence that he actually used chemical weapons on his own people. So not saying he was a good guy. I'm just saying he knew how to handle those type of people. It's the same with Saddam Hussein. And Saddam Hussein greatly revered Christians. It was an ex-Delta Force guy that basically said all Saddam Hussein's bodyguards, and butlers and food handlers were all Christians because he trusts them more than his own kind. So, and Gaddafi kept a lot of Christians safe in Libya. Same in Iraq. There's, I think, 1.2, 1.3 million Coptic Christians in Iraq. Now it's like if 100,000. This is all by design. And the thing that they do is they go in and they displace your country and they cause all this havoc. Then they kill you off, or then they say to the Christians, hey, you guys can come to our country. So they're purposely displacing the Christian ethos in those countries and bringing more extreme jihadists. It's all by design. And all roads lead to the small hats.
Well, Paul showed me yesterday when we walked around yesterday. Paul was showing me these mosques and all that kind of stuff that they're all freshly built, and then all around churches are falling apart.
Yeah,
like the bells are rusted to bits, and the whole lot. Just the churches are falling to bits.
It's all by design. It's to rot a country from its core, from its soul, into its agriculture. They've got money to feed all those people, but not to keep the country stable. Yet back then we made all those grand designs in those houses. Yet we can't even do that with modern technology. I don't think we're that fucking modern. And all this fucking modern architecture and technology is all disgusting, especially the architecture. It's soulless, just like its creators.
Yeah, you heard they moved down more migrants into the asylum centre in Dundrum last night.
Well, that's going to be a daily occurrence, Derek. And like I said, I can come here and talk behind a fucking keyboard and everything, but people, I understand and everything. I'm not over there right now, and I wish I fucking was. Because unfortunately, I don't have money like that. But if I was, what good could I do? At least I could lend my voice and everything. That's what I can do. And nothing's going to change. And people know what has to be done. People know what they have to do. Because it's just a ring around the fucking merry-go fucking round. People I hope are starting to wake up to all these shills and grifters that are out there that are basically, as they call it, deterrers or distractors. They deter you from getting to the truth. They deter you away to something else. So people need to concentrate on the true enemy, and that's the enemy within.
Yeah, sure. It's getting close to home. Like me and Paul walked around yesterday. Says now Dublin, Dublin's worse in the city than it is on the outskirts of the city, other than the outskirts of the city. So Dublin's worse inside there. And Paul was saying, "Oh, sure, it's coming your way." You know what I mean? Like, it's literally coming my way tenfold. It's coming into my estate right now as we speak. Like, they're literally putting a fence in now for these new 12 apartments.
Well, you know what, Mr. Nice Guy, it has to be a merciless iron struggle. That's what it's going to be. It's going to get worse before it gets fucking better. And there's a saying, a good peaceful times create weak men, and tough times create strong men. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to be forged behind a fucking iron. Like, hopefully the youth, that they do grow up, that they don't lose their sight of their ancestors, the spirit that's inside of them, that burns within all of us. Everyone simply needs to refold back to factory settings. We need to go back to where we are, into the core of our human spirit. We get away from all this Judeo-Abrahamic controlled religion, go back to our pagan past. We need to start. It's easier said than done. We need to start basically being more open-minded and know that everything that we've been taught's a fucking lie. Everything. We need to do what they do to us. It's that simple. Because the only way those inbred subhumans think are like, call them an animal would be a disgrace to animals. They think very barbaric. So monkey see, monkey do. If they see, they're not going to go up to they go after weak people. So if they see a bunch of us being strong and everything and acting accordingly, if you know what I mean, they're not going to fuck with us. They're going to say, okay, yeah, this is not good. They're coming here because they're incentivized that we're weak. They're basically saying they're coming off a fucking boat and they can come and rape, pillage, and fucking do whatever they want. And they have with impunity. It's because we've allowed them to do it. Think about it. There's always a choice. We have a choice. We have a choice to sit over and fucking do this. One day we can all just fucking say we've had a fucking enough. And it's that simple. And people take the piss and honestly and come call me a plastic patty and come in the, not just about me, but and other things, come into a chat and just start. I understand a bit of banter hidden on you, Derek, and having a banter. Well, there's no time for banter. There's no time for fucking jokes. It's time to be 100% fucking serious and commit yourself to a cause, and that cause is to preserve our fucking race, our identity, and our culture. And not only that, it's you're doing it for the youth and for the children. If that's not the most important thing, I don't know what will. That will wake people up. Because I'm quite fed up with saying this over and over again, and I know people are quite fed up with me saying it, and I'm fed up with saying it too. There's only how much longer is what I can say. What will you do when the Jews use is the Islamic beast, the beastful horde, to take revenge on your wives, daughters, and fiancés, and boys and sons? What will you do then? Will you stand over and die? No. We
They
will
will
stand
fight
and
then.
fight, or shall we
That's the
perish
problem
all
with
the
these.
same?
That's the problem with Irish people sometimes. They'll fight then. They'll fight back then when it's too late.
Yeah, and then it'll be
They come
too
to
late
the
because you'll be
yeah.
outnumbered and everything. Because look, and you don't want to know. I want to know. I want to tell people what I think of people. So look, I don't care. I don't hate black people. I don't hate Asians. I don't. I don't mind them like and everything. Unfortunately, I live in America where they're all around everything. I'll say how you doing. I don't want them near me. I don't want them in my friend group. I have nothing in common with them. I don't want to breed with them. I don't want them around me or my fucking family. You understand what I'm saying? I want
Yeah.
to be around my own people. I want to breed around with my own people. I want to live with my own people and die with my own fucking people. I want to see my own people. I don't want to see these fucking people. Doesn't mean I want to exterminate them. I want them to fuck off back to where they fuck.
Still there, Frankie?
I've had enough. I've had enough of that. I've had enough of this saying no, they're grand if they come into our country and they assimilate. The Indians are grand, the blacks are grand. No, none of them are grand. Not me saying they're bad people, but they're not grand. They're not Irish. They're not European. They have nothing in common from us. We're totally different from them in every which way one. It baffles my mind how people say it's all right. It's because they're getting brainwashed so subtly they can't understand it. They just need to look at the commercials and everything in the movies. It's always if there's a white guy in the lead role, they're demonizing and making fun of him. Making the white guy the fucking clown and the black guy the moral supporty, moral superior intellectual, which is completely fucking false. They have a low frontal lobe, and they have sustained to and prone to aggression and low impulse control. They have none of the intelligence that we do, and this goes back to genetics and DNA. So I'm sick and fucking tired of people saying, it's grand. They're born in Ireland. They're Irish. So it's like if I went to fucking India or Afghanistan or any shithole fucking country and said, hey, guys, I just want to say I'm Somalian. Hey, guys, I'm Ethiopian, guys. Hey, guys, I'm Indian. I'm Bangladeshi. What the fuck do you think they'd say? They'd probably behead me, and rightly so. A dog born in a stable is still a fucking dog.
Yeah. The alien invasion is coming. It's already started. The illegal
Alien invasion. Yeah, another fucking distraction. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm sorry, excuse my language, Mouse. I'm not getting mad at you, but let's be honest. Who invented all this anti-aircraft and reverse aircraft technology? The Germans. Yeah, hello. They did all that fucking shit. So, and there's been accounts even from British people saying they always see like a cigar or a Mexican hat-shaped type of fucking thing. And when they do, quote unquote, allegedly see the aliens, they're blonde hair, blue eyed. I don't believe all this fucking gray haired fucking shit. I believe there's, advanced technology out there. It's probably the Russians, the Chinese, or the American government. We have all this shit. Our governments have all this shit. But if they are extraterrestrials, like they call them, again, this is my just opinion. I believe the only aliens out there are blonde hair, blue eyed. And they're very tall, very benevolent, and beautiful beings. And I don't think they're what people think. And I believe space, the real space, is inner Earth and the ocean, from which we've only explored 30% allegedly. So I believe the real space in our planet is inner Earth and the ocean. And I'm up, as you can understand, I'm obsessed with Antarctica. Very obsessed with
I was just going to mention that to you. I was just going to say that to you, Antarctica.
Yeah, Admiral Byrd and all that stuff.
So what's the story with that? What do you know about that, or what information you got?
What can we know? It's like I can only research and study what they let you know, what I can find and stuff that's not hidden. Basically, what I can say from Admiral Carl Dönitz said they found a Shangri-La, and the reports, I think it was 1938 or just before World War II broke out, 1939. They created every 20 kilometers or something. They planted a German flag to basically establish yourself near Queen Maud Land, now New Schwabland. And then they said there was no diseases, no nothing like that. And allegedly, the new capital, Berlin, consists of 1 million of them. And then when they left, Madeline Bounsky and all these people from the Vril Society and all these, so-called quote-unquote occultists and very elite German officers, soldiers, and what they call Übermenschen people, superior race, around 300,000 just utterly vanished overnight. And their U-boats and everything, which could carry tanks, equipment, and everything, just utterly vanished. The whole vessels were not bombed, not destroyed, just completely vanished overnight. So I hope he got a fucking way, because they said he got away to Argentina or anything. I don't believe he killed himself. I hope he got a fucking way. And I believe they all did go down there. But who knows? But all I can say is Antarctica is a very interesting place. It goes back to Nori Schwarzland, or I can't pronounce the guy's last name. It's a book that he wrote, and they try to put him in a sane asylum, but he thankfully lived a long life. Snorri Snorrison or something like that. It's a funny name, but he was a Scandinavian explorer. Him and his father went down to Antarctica and saw all these, quote unquote caverns, quote, seeing giants and stuff. But keep in mind, no matter even if all the countries at war, I think every country on Earth has signed the Antarctica Treaty, which was in 1959, I believe. So none of them go to war or annex any such place. They all have a set agreement and work together down there. So that in itself is telling.
What's your views on space itself?
I don't know. I think I maybe it's real. It probably is. I'm not into that all flat Earth or any of that shit. I don't really get into all that type of stuff. You know, I'm more of a Jew basher, as you can see. I love talking about the Jews.
Yeah.
But no, I I could see space being real, but I don't believe we
Take
I
care,
believe
Elizabeth.
I believe we went to the moon. I don't believe. I think that whole filming stuff was fake. But I think we weren't the first people on the moon. Who do I think was on the moon? The Germans. Yeah, that's what I think. I
But
believe
when did,
I believe Atlantis was real. I believe the Aryans, all Aryans, just culture and society and stuff is that's what we need to be getting back to because the Irish basically, it's a Celtic language and everything, but some form of Aryan in it as well, Indo-European.
but not that fella from the Red Bull jump. He jumped out of space. Remember that fella?
Yeah,
Can't think of his name. Yeah. Would
I
he not
think that
know?
was on like the like just before he got into space.
It's just on the edge of space, is the kind of thing.
Yeah, just before you got into space or something like the highest thing you can do. I don't know. I'd shit my pants. I wouldn't be able to do that.
No, jeez, I couldn't do that either.
No.
I think I'd be probably knocked unconscious before he hit that. Just smacked off the deck.
Oh
Smacked
yeah,
off air.
I'd shit myself and everything. But like you have to be a special type of crazy to do that. I I've had bad dreams like that. You know, like when I'm falling into orbit, I'm going towards a planet, and I'm in a fucking space shoot, space, you know, like astronaut's outfit. Bad dream.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Just to see it, just to see the edge of space, just to see that part. Well, I don't think I've been there.
I'm not that fucking interested. You know, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I care about more of our planet and everything. You know, getting destroyed. You know, why the fuck should we care about fucking space when our planet has enough fucking issues? You know what I mean? That being said, I'm not into that hippie, climate change. I don't believe in climate change and any of that fucking shit. I'm talking about actual fucking problems. You know,
Yeah, I don't believe in any of
overpopulation.
that shit as well. I think that's just all conspiracy to make us all pay. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's money.
More ways for money. Yeah, the makeup betting, the cans and all. It's all a scam. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people don't bring back their cans.
yeah.
They're gonna make their money back in anyway.
Obviously.
They must make like millions off that every month. Just some
What?
people throwing their cans in the bin. Just some throwing their cans in the bin. The government are making a fortune.
Yeah. It's I don't fucking give a fuck about recycling. I mean, I do cut the things for the dolphins so their beaks don't get caught in it and stuff like that. But besides, I don't really give a fuck. You know, that's a whole big scam recycling, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, sure. They charge you for your bins now, wouldn't they? Ever used to charge you for your bins back in the 90s?
Not over here, they don't. You know, they have so many different bins now. They have a green bin, black bin, blue bin, fucking white bin. You know, for people are so upset. So recycle. You know. Some of those people who are the fucking climate change and pretend to love the planet and shit like that, some of the most evil, vindictive people you can ever meet in your fucking life. Some of these so-called fucking lefties and stuff who fight for injustice and stuff are the most evil people you can ever meet. Same with the so-called fucking Republicans. Like I said, it's one big fucking racket. It doesn't matter left or fucking right. Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, Fine Gael. It doesn't matter. The Irish Freedom Party, nationalists. It doesn't fucking matter. I mean, what's his name? Herman fucking Kelly. He looks like a Scooby Doo. He was with Greta Thunberg. He was picture of Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. They're all in for the money. Doesn't matter which is
Yeah, I
right.
mean, look at Gavin Pepper and everything. Yeah, Gavin, he might be a nice guy and everything, but if he got openly admits, yeah, I got my hair done in fucking Turkey, on whose fucking money? Because he conveniently got it as soon as he got into fucking office. Do people lack critical thinking skills? Like they can't even just hold on a second. If he's doing something that small, what else? What would he do if he had something that big? You know what I mean? And if he's backtracking on something so simple, say, jeez, I don't like Conor McGregor, bashing him, and then the next minute he's in his pub having a fucking drink with him. Gavin Flip Flop Pepper is not to be trusted. None of them are. None of them. I mean, your Taoiseach is a fucking Jew. Alan Shatter, who opened the fucking gates of Toledo, another fucking Scooby Doo. It's always a coincidence, Derek.
Yeah.
The president
West
of Israel, Herzog, if it was either him or his granddad that was born in Belfast. There you go.
Psychological warfare, yeah. Breakdown truth, cohesion, having different groups embroiled in conflict.
I believe the Druids were from Atlantis that came to Ireland. I believe they brought with them ancient knowledge and stuff like that. You know, I do believe the Irish, the original inhabitants that came to Ireland were from Atlantis. That's what I believe. Same with the British Isles. I believe not just the Irish, but the whole Britons. It's what itself, the whole British Isles, and the Basques and the Berbers. I believe the Berbers are also descendants from Atlantis, and the Basques. I believe the Basques are probably the most closely related to the Atlanteans and to the are the oldest known Europeans. They're basically, you could say, they're the original Europeans, and they're the highest known number that has Rh negative blood too, which is, you could say, an ancient blood or a royal blood too. And also people in Ireland, the west coast of Ireland, have Rh negative too. So and in the North Africa and the Berbers too. So and so a lot of Brits too. So like I said, that it's I could say it's an Atlantean trait, that DNA. But I do really believe that we are come from descendants of Atlantis and the Germans, of course. You know, I believe the Germans, the Scandinavians, all of the Germanic peoples. But all of us have a shared history, like I said. And I know I go on this rant about how we have anywhere from 70 to 75% Egyptian DNA that's directly related to Tutankhamun. This is before the Ptolemies, Cleopatra and all the Greeks and Macedonians that came. This is before them. This is so that and like I said, and 99% of modern day Egyptians cannot trace their lineage to them whatsoever. Yet we can. And people say, oh, they're black. No, they were buried with their black slaves, the Nubians and stuff. But the Nubians pharaohs were never black. So some of the normal population there might have been, a bit brown and stuff like that. But no, the pharaohs looked like us. And they reckon if that the regular population of Egypt, they might have looked probably like ancient Egyptians I'm talking about, would have looked like Armenians. So, they don't look anything like, we was kings and all that fucking bullshit. And this is in DNA and study. Like I said, it does not lie. And we've been lied to about our past, and we need to go back to our past. Because we were kings. I'd go far to say is the Irish are God's chosen true people. How much suffering the Irish have faced through years. That's the suffering of God's chosen true people.
It just looks like it's going to carry on, the suffering. With all these immigrants coming into the country.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to change. These lefties haven't got a clue. I live with a lot of lefties on my estate. I just feel like now it's like I'm living in a lefty council estate.
Yeah, KO. That's where I want to go. I was supposed to go there last time I was in Ireland, which was 2006. I was 11. Yeah, Cork. It's in Cork, High Brazil. Every 7 years, and I have to say allegedly, it shows itself off the coast of Cork, High Brazil. It's allegedly that Brazil was named after the legend of High Brazil because they thought they found it, though they say it was named after the Brazil woods, so the Brazil tree or whatever. But yeah, who knows? And there's a lot of interesting theories down in South America about inner Earth and all that stuff, and Agartha, Shambhala, and what have you.
Eamon has a holiday home in Brussels, the belly of the beast, Paul says.
Yeah, Herman's a Scooby Doo. Triumph, I told you. He questions anyone who questions the Jewish people. He's a fucking cokehead. He looks like he loves the fucking scratch.
Yeah, they're all saying here, Herman is a muppet.
He's a fucking melt.
Herman told trust governments during COVID, wear your mask, obey guidelines. Was he saying all that? Yeah.
I just get pissed off more and more every fucking day, Derek.
Yeah,
Gonna
I just try go on, Frank. You know, I try not let it, even though it
Yeah,
pisses me off
it's
sometimes.
impossible to not let it get at you. I look all over the fucking place, and it's just gone to shit. And I see people going. People are so fucking easy led astray. Oh, they go from one thing to another. Oh, let's vote reform now. Nigel Farage. Oh, Tommy Robinson. They're looking for a fucking leader. They need to look within. They're so brainwashed they can't understand that the fucking Jews are pulling both fucking strings. It's not the dog that's barking that you should be afraid of. It's the master behind it.
Yeah, the one that's holding the leash.
Yeah, the one that's holding the fucking leash. That's who you should be afraid of. Because we're about to be fucking that whole fucking shebang now in the fucking Middle East is going to be fucking ramping up. People say, "Oh, Trump's going to stop it." Trump is owned by them. He's owned by Shell Adelstein, who he got $100 million off. He's owned by Benjamin Netanyahu, who stays with his son-in-law Jared Kushner personally at his fucking house. Wake up, people!
That's my son's doing his junior cert and got the timetable today. The last exam is get the Jewish studies.
Jewish
Jewish
studies.
studies.
Wow. Yeah, and I bet they're gonna try brainwashing with the Holocaust and everything and shit like that. That's why they hated me in my fucking school. I was threatened with expulsion, all that shit. You know, they couldn't control me. I refused to fucking conform. I mean, when they were fucking playing Schindler's List, I was laughing my fucking balls off and everything. But at least back then, when I was going to school, like it was, it wasn't that fucking tiptoeing on icebergs, you know, and stuff. It was actually quite normal. There's some
It's crazy,
normality.
Carol.
But I used to tell my teachers, I said the Schindler's List is the greatest piece of fictional work I've ever seen in my fucking life. I got threatened with expulsion. My mom had to come down and everything. It was scary. And the fucking headmaster was a fucking Scooby Doo.
Was he as well?
Oh yeah, they basically all fucking were. They hated me.
I can imagine them all asking the class, right, who's going to speak about the Jews today? And then
Oh,
you have your hand
and they would point at me. Even the people that hate me. Ah, shit, nigga, Frankie, man.
up.
Look, to their credit, even the fucking black semester, like, hey, fool, you right, dog. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know, man. Scooby Doo, fool.
I can imagine that, Ollie. Jews at
Yeah,
school was asking my son, no clue, says loads of them. Sure, I heard as well, right? So I have a mate of mine, right, and his kids, like, doesn't speak that well. So he's been asked to be moved out of that school because they haven't got time now to teach. He's an Irish kid. To teach that kid, no, like to give him more time than the rest of the kids. But I've heard that in these foreign schools, the schools where all these foreign kids are going now, that
yeah,
the teachers are spending enough time to teach these kids now
yeah.
because they can't speak English and all that. I said, sure, he can't even fucking talk. So would the teachers not give him a chance? No, they want him out of that school. They want him to go somewhere else.
Exactly. It's just to dumb down the local population and give anything a bit of intellectuals to the fucking foreigners. It's every bit and everywhere they want to replace the society into that of a slave people. They make no mistake. They want to lower so that of a slave people and to control us. The only solution is an iron struggle of resistance.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what, if there's any pride still left in the Irish need to fucking unlock it soon.
I find it very a joke myself. I just found it a joke, that I do hear stories of these kids being in these schools and they're getting special treatment, where their teachers are giving them a lot of time. Just that one student a lot of time. Where this kid can't get
That's just
one
modern
teacher.
day, Derek. I mean, look, I'm going back to even my time. And lucky I had, good mom and dad. I mean, I was smart. I just didn't give a fuck about my homework. Even my own fucking teachers knew it. And I mean, I did have some good teachers that would sit down and help you, do one-on-one and stuff. But we had about anywhere from 30 to 40 kids in our fucking class, and I would cause disruption. But sometimes you would just have the ghetto. And at least if I disrupt, I would have a cheeky, smart ass comment or intellectual comment and stuff. A
Yeah,
jab. But I wouldn't say anything stupid or ghetto and go, nah, nigga, it's all right, man. Fuck you, teeth, nigga. I would never do that.
yeah, yeah,
I just take the piss out of them and just wind them up. Anyway, I they most of the teachers just literally read out of the book and didn't have. I noticed it was kind of the younger ones coming along. The older ones that were there, for about probably 15, 20 years, were very good teachers. Obviously, and actually cared and actually
yeah,
knew stuff outside the textbooks about the subject that they're teaching on. These teachers were just very controlled. They were just taught, they were coached how to do this, where it was basically like um, a machine. So they just repeated anything. It wasn't any thought coming behind it. They were just repeating. It was an echo chamber,
yeah,
and a lot of the kids fell behind too. Like you could see that they didn't really spend time to teach him and stuff like that. And they go, "Oh, you didn't do this. Okay, you're passing. You fucked." Yet certain kids I could see at the same time would get special treatment, i.e., the Mexicans and the blacks and stuff like that. Would get special treatment, and foreigners, because we had a big foreign exchange program going at the same time. But that being said, most of the kids coming over at the time, because I lived in a nice area, Santa Monica, by the beach, Venice, very prestigious, well-known tourist place. A lot of people want to come here. We would get before the war, Ukrainians, we get Spanish, we get German and French, normal foreign exchange students. Now, from what I've heard, they're all getting Somalians and Muslims and all that fucking shit going to the school. I'm glad I'm not there anymore. But like I said, they would all get special treatment. That was going back then, and all the textbooks, it was all fucking bullshit and garbage.
yeah. I
If
see
they
Paul there saying if the parent takes the kid out of school, the kid want to get another place, a different school. Don't remove that kid. I think they've already came to the conclusion that they're going to remove the kid from the school.
to be honest with you, I'm not. This is just doesn't matter what color you are. Fucking now, this is all kids now. All kids that don't have I mean, growing up and everything, kids were always their mind was wondering everything. They wanted to play and do that and play video games. As I was a kid, but now it's uncontrollable. Their attention spans out of a fucking goldfish, if that. And if they don't have an iPad or anything to show them how to do it, they don't even know how to do math by themselves. Simple shit without a calculator or anything.
Yeah,
It's setting them up to fail and to be dependent on someone, i.e. the state. It goes from their parents to the state. So if they're raising people like this who are eventually going to have themselves children who are dependent on the state and cannot think for themselves, that's going to trans over to their kids who are then going to be dependent on what is the state and an authoritarian regime. And it's going to be dishing out people on an assembly line at a fast pace of just fucking brainwashed fucking sheep, and that's what's coming. So if people don't understand that, they they're in for a big shock. Everything we've been taught is a lie.
the educated schools together in Ireland are promoting multi-faith Irish society while they
And
fractionate the
yeah,
Irish
but like I
people.
said, when kids, when the birds leave the flock or leave the nest, their mothers teach them how to fly. The bears teach them the cub how to hunt, so they can survive by themselves. Remember all this stuff our parents taught us? Tie your shoes, did this, add on your fingers, little things like that. How to read, how to write, how to, if you're in construction, do a bit of this, how to fix something up. You know what I mean? Little things that would help you in life.
Yeah,
That there isn't any of that anymore. So I'm very scared for the fucking future.
Yeah, it's not just the education. It's now trying to get a job then when they come out of education. Like there's opportunities galore when I was young. You can knock on every door. You know, you can get down to the industrial estate and knock on every single door, and somebody will offer you a job. That's the way it was. Now these days, you have to apply, and there might be these 20 Indians ahead of you. They get a job before you with all these college graduates. You know, all these people coming out of college. Like our own people won't get a job. I feel sorry for my own nephew. He's in college studying hard. He's always broke, but he's in college, so he has to do his 5 years. He's only on his first year. Uh, he's not going to have an opportunity when he gets out there. All that studying for what? To move over to another country.
It's all by design, Derek. It's all by design. They really do hate the Irish. And they hate us, and it's a specific group of people that hate us, Derek. It's a group of people that do not want us to have peace. It's a group of people that are home everywhere, but home at nowhere at the same time. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's
Yeah.
an international clique. That's what it is. I mean,
I agree with your man said last night on that live. He said that the government ain't controlling this country. It's the EU. I mean, obviously, we all know that. That's what's happening. So how are we going to stop it? Do you know what kind of way he was saying?
and if you want to know who controls the EU, and if you want to know who controls you, look at the EU. And if you want to know who controls the EU, look at the Jews.
So there's no way we're going to ever stop it. It's not going to. They're never going to stop. They've been told, look, this is what you need to do. You need to bring these people into the country. There is a 4.6% already in Ireland. After going up, population. They're going up by 4.6%.
Yeah, and that's not native born. Those are minorities.
Yeah, the 100,000 are bringing in every year, supposedly, which is probably double that. It's probably 200,000 a year that are coming in here.
And people might say I'm a bit too fucking harsh for saying this, but any woman or man that sleeps or breathes with one of those people, I view them as a fucking traitor.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him because I seen a woman there on the Lewis, and she was definitely Irish. She had the culty accent, and he was definitely a Muslim. And I says, I wonder what they're like behind closed doors. And that kind of way. Like they're all, how are you, and all sitting down and all nicey, but when they're behind closed doors, they could be a different couple. You don't do this, you don't do that, you don't talk to him, you don't look that way. I went to PT meeting the other day last year. I was in there 20 minutes to 30 minutes the most. The other day I was in there for nearly 3 hours waiting to talk to the teacher. It took so long.
Well, I don't know what's going to wake people up. Because you're literally going to have to throw those. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I'm going to say you have to throw those fucking babies that are just born in the fucking river where the alligators are. Because you can't let them fucking breed. They breed like fucking rats.
I think it's already started, isn't it?
Yeah. And the only way you're going to do it is people ain't going to fucking like it. People ain't going to like what I have to say. But you know what's going to have to fucking happen. You know what's going to have to happen. You know what we're going to have to fucking do to preserve the demographics of the country. It's going to be a big economic fucking hit. But like I said, the Irish have a special thing because there's over 40 to 60 million of ethnic white Irish in the world, particularly in the US, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. You get the picture. That can come, that are skilled workers, skilled farmers, that will come help Ireland stay Irish. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't rocket science.
She wasn't the nurses from Australia. They're dying to come home. They're just screaming out to come home. But they're not paying the wages over here for them.
Can I ask you something? Do you think, now I'm not trying to be biased because, obviously I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy. Don't you think there'd be loads of Irish people in Boston? Now, they have connections with the fucking, well, back in the day with the old Raw, and obviously with organized crime. don't you think they would have a moral and a spiritual and blood connection with their old country? Let me tell you what, loads of Irish Americans over here would help Ireland when the time comes.
You better never kicked off, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I'd be on a fucking cargo ship. And I drag Ulrich over with me too. I'm like, come on, we're going over.
Who?
Ulrich, the fucking duck farmer. I'm like, come on, we're going over. I'm serious, people can laugh at everything. What it takes is sometimes is a crazy fucking idea. That's all. That's the only thing left is crazy ideas because
the other ideas aren't working.
Nope.
You haven't been working for a long time. So, as I went back to my estate, now they're putting that thing in down the entrance, and I seen a notice out on Facebook saying this is only temporary. So that those 12 houses are going to stay there. They're going to put somebody in there. This is the estate is so gullible. They're going to be caught out on this. I tried to explain to them, but they still went ahead with it. They accepted it.
Yeah, it's like I can't even fucking watch football anymore because half the fucking Irish, most of them are fucking niggers now. It wasn't like, my cousin, when my cousin played for Ireland, it was all fucking Irish people on the fucking team.
Yeah, they would not. Even the people that are running the Olympics and stuff like that.
Yeah, when he was playing and everything, it was Robbie Keane, John O'Shea, Damien Duff, the keeper. I always forget his name. He was a great keeper. Shay Given, they're all white.
Yeah, Packy Bonner. I remember Packy Bonner.
Yeah,
he was in the World Cup when we made it to the quarterfinals. He got knocked out by Italy.
Yeah, what was that? 1990.
1990, yeah.
Under Charlton.
Charlton, yeah. Put him under pressure.
Yeah, Ireland had great players and everything,
He was the best thing that ever happened, though, for football was to Ireland, Jackie Charlton.
Yeah.
Without question.
I like Ian Hart. Yeah, Ian Hart's a great player. My dad was a big Leeds fan. A lot of Irish. My dad still is a big Leeds fan. A lot of Irish players played for Leeds. I used to like Robbie Keane when I was a kid. He was one of my favorite. When he did the celebration and everything, I used to try to imitate. Yeah, I used to try to imitate and stuff. I try to get get my cousin to get him an autograph and stuff like that, but never got one. I got one from Joey O'Brien, I think, when he was at Bolton. Don't ever know what happened.
It was 1990.
1990, yeah, it was good, but 2002, I think, was the last one they won in. Andy Reid is my cousin. He played for Spurs for a season. He was at Sunderland. He was at Forest.
We're terrible. I have to admit, we're terrible these days. I heard the new manager coming out there today, and he says Ireland's going to definitely qualify for the next World Cup. And I'm saying, don't even be that cocky, you know what I mean?
I don't even watch fucking Bread and Circus anymore, but when I do, like I said, the only one I kind of like right now, and I think he's the next Robbie Keane, is Evan Ferguson.
Put him under pressure.
Yeah, Andy Reid's my cousin KO. He played for Ireland. He was and his dad played in Ireland too. I don't know if he played for St. Patrick's or whatever like that. But he did quite good actually, So that's going back to mid 2000s, late 2010s.
Jeez, I remember all those Irish songs, but I remember even getting all the jerseys back then with Jackie Charlton on the back of it. Jesus. Did you ever see that movie called The Van?
Yeah. Well, no. I haven't.
It's from that era, that kind of 1990 with the World Cup and people are coming out of the pub. It's about these two lads. It's a very funny film if you ever watch it. It's about these two lads that buy a van, they clean up the van, and then they're out selling chips and stuff like that. things just happen. Like now, they sell a nappy where they have the daughter working with them. She ends up putting a nappy in the batter, and then they sell it to some bloke. The man comes back with the nappy. He goes, he starts giving out. He goes, "What's your bleeding name?" And he goes, "What's that?" And then look at it down. It's a bleeding nappy. And your man just shuts down the shutters and they drive off and leave your man standing there. No, with the nappy standing in his hand.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah, I'll need to watch it. But I did like the kits back then. My favorite Irish kit was when they had they're sponsored by Adidas when they had the old school logo. I think it was Opal too. They had the Opal on it. Old school Adidas. I'm trying to think which year. It was the yellow and the green and white. Green and the white away kit.
Yeah, I remember that one back then. That was lovely. Yeah.
That's my favorite Irish kit. I like Umbro. You know, Umbro Irish kits are my favorite. I had the one. Still have one of them. When they were sponsored by the Airways with it too, with an Umbro on it. Trying to think. That was like, I think 2000s. I had it, and they went to New Balance and they went to those cheap kits, Story, but. I mean, Ireland used to have some great players. I mean, my dad's favorite Irish player was Johnny Giles. He's from Dublin. You know, he was a great player, Johnny Giles.
Johnny Giles, yeah.
He's not with a flat. They're not there anymore. You know, they got torn down. I mean, they were just getting torn down when I was in back home 2006, where my mom was, the flats. So he grew up in the flats too. I think he might be from Crumlin. I might be mistaken.
Eamon Dunphy was another one, wasn't it? Around that era.
Who?
Eamon Dunphy. Johnny Giles and Eamon Dunphy.
Yeah, that was 60s, 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
Ireland's have always had great players, though. You know,
the 90s was the time. The 90s was the time when Ireland were good. You know, people had the fear of Ireland as well. Like, Italy only beat us 1-0. I even knew your man was going to score. Scarachi scored against us. A striker for Italy. And I just knew he was going to score. He was the one that was scoring against everybody in the World Cup. And then he came up against us. I just knew he's going to score. They were going to beat us that day, you know?
Yeah, most English players could play for Ireland. Wayne Rooney, Harry Kane. I mean, Declan Rice played for Ireland.
That's right, yeah.
Jack Grealish, you know. So,
Jack Grealish,
like I said, half the fucking half the English team could fucking play for Ireland. Yeah, George Best was the best. Maradona good, Pele better, George Best. He was. I wish I could have hung out with George Best.
Yeah, he looked like a fantastic footballer, man. Yeah, definitely. It would have been a bit earlier for me, you know. I would have been born.
So when my mom came down here, he had I think it was called Besties or whatever, his pub down in Huntington Beach. And my mom came down when she was down in the 80s. She's been here since, I think, 83. So he had his pub down there. He was a great guy. And she met him. He was really nice. But fuck me. It was quite fucking sad to see him. You know what I mean? He was an alkie. And he was get fucking drunk and everything. But he was getting out fucking drinks left, right, and center. It was called Besties, I believe. It was in Huntington Beach or Redondo Beach, one of those. And yeah, and because he played for football in America for a bit. I think he was at the Cosmos, New York Cosmos.
Yeah.
Interesting guy. I met his son, Callum. Nice kid. This is years ago, probably about 10 years ago when I met him. He had some stories about his dad. His dad was a legend.
Yeah, I was just going to say to you, you know, if you ever want to watch it, the full movie, it's up there on YouTube. It's on a YouTube channel called Official Travelers, and you get the movie up there. Very funny. You see a few clips up there.
I tell you what, though, if Ireland ever won the Euros or the World Cup with any of those fucking blacks in the team, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be the same. Would you celebrate? I mean, be honest. Say the whole fucking team was like France.
To be honest, Frankie, I haven't really watched the Irish football since 1990. That's really it.
I know,
as
but
soon as
can I ask you something?
he
Say
went
if they won the
downhill, it
Euros
stopped
and the
working.
whole team was like France, like how when France won the World Cup, there was like what, 2 fucking white guys on it. Can I ask
Yeah.
you something? Would you be happy then? Because I fucking wouldn't.
I just said it wouldn't be the same, would it? It wouldn't really be the same that they're bringing these people into our country and then they're playing for Ireland and then they win a World Cup. That's not the same, is it? You're bringing somebody in from Africa and they're
Yeah.
winning. You might as well say the Africans are winning the World Cup. It's not really Ireland.
Yeah, France did win the fucking World Cup. The fucking African team did. The only time the French fucking won something, I think, was in the 70s or something when they won it the Euros with the actual French, players.
Yeah.
I mean, what my favorite French player is Zidane. He's a Berber. You could say he's Aryan. You could go into that fucking whole historical thing, but he's not fucking French. I used to play football with a kid called Etienne. He was on PSG's books. This is before they got bought by big money. This is when I was probably about 8, 9 years old, so early 2000s. A very good footballer, pure French, ethnic French, as you can understand. And his dad was a Saint Etienne supporter, and also I think one of his family members played for them. I don't know where he is now. I hope he made it. But when he was on the books, he goes, yes. He goes, you have. Oh, this is even back early. He goes, the Africans, they get priority, in the academy. He said, over
Yeah.
Etienne. He said, Etienne is ethnic. He said, been in the academy since he was a kid. Very good player. So, like I said, there's a lot of ethnic young talent that's missing out on opportunities for the face of diversity. And athleticism is great. Yeah, they can run and everything, but it's all about form and an ability. Can they really kick a ball or play in the team? At the end of the day, who has the intelligence and the brains? You know who.
Yeah, definitely. You saw them nowadays. Some of them behave like women.
Yeah, I mean the footballers are fucking soft nowadays. They go down within an inch. And I can't, and you won't fucking believe this, Derek. When I was watching the other day a video about who touched the freaking wall, guess who touched it? Messi.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I said even that fucking footballers are touching the Wayland fucking wall. So it's all connected.
Roy Keane only likes dogs so he can launder money. He's seen as a hero. He's a cunt.
Yeah. He's what when was that when he walked in when they were training in the parking lot or something like that in the Irish team and he like stormed off and he had a fight with Mick McCarthy. He's a fucking cunt, Roy Keane.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He probably is a Scooby Doo. I'll tell you that right now. Roy Keane probably is a fucking Scooby Doo. Small man syndrome.
I do see him now with Ian Wright and Jamie Carragher and the other lad.
Isn't fucking Jamie Carragher a fucking good lad, mate? He's fucking spitting the fucking young. I remember when I was a kid. You remember when he spit in that young kid's face?
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie Carragher spit in the fucking young kid's face. Never forget that. Fuck you, lad.
And now it's over show on the telly. He's just nice lad. He's spitting in your face.
Yeah, fuck you, lad.
Saipan 2002.
Yeah, you know what's funny though is fuck. What was one of the best footballers I've seen now, and he's actually doing. He's gone back to I don't know where he's at. I think he's at Cork City, and they're in the Europa League or the Conference League. They might qualify for the next round. An Irish football team might make it to the round of 32 or 16. Isn't that great? I'm saying that's just good for a small Irish.
Shamrock Rovers, is it?
Yeah, Shamrock Rovers. I think it's Damien Duffy's at Shamrock Rovers. Isn't that correct?
No, he's at Shelbourne.
Shelbourne. Okay, who's that at Shamrock Rovers now?
I couldn't tell you who the manager is now or who's the owner even. Couldn't tell you. I just know Damien Duff, they won the league this year. I've seen him on it. He used to play for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. He was a good
Yeah.
footballer.
Oh, he was class. Class he was, yeah. They were in the first division for years. Shamrock Rovers was winning that league every single year.
Yeah, that's what I remember. It was always them because I think around our area when my mom's from was it St. Patrick's in Dublin. Is that?
Yeah, St. Patrick's Athletic, yeah.
I think they're shit, aren't they?
I'm not sure what's happening even in the Irish League these days, but I think Shelbourne are winning it. Oh, they won it, obviously. Yeah, sorry, they won it this year. Yeah, Shelbourne and Shamrock
But
Rovers
one
came
of
second.
those. I don't know if it's you probably said Shamrock. They're in the
They're in
Conference League.
the
Yeah,
Conference
they're
League. Yeah.
the Europa Conference League. Like I said, they get to the next round. That'd be good for them.
I think they've earned £40 million already. So that's a good
good.
name for them. Yeah, yeah, especially for Shamrock Rovers. Yeah.
Well, like I said, look, I know it's bread and circus at the end of the day, but even just for talking sports wise and for a social gathering, it's far more proactive and beneficial to the human soul than playing video games, being stuck behind a computer because you're being in real life. You know, that's one good thing about sports. You know, you're interacting and socializing amongst other people. When they
Yeah.
started putting a stamp on it and making gladiatorial and bread and circus, that's when it got fucked up. You know, football's hasn't been working class for a long, long, long fucking time.
KO
You know,
says don't say anything about Roy Keane. I won't say nothing, KO. My lips are sealed.
he's a shithead. Fuck Roy. I don't like Roy Keane. He ended someone's he ended Erling Haaland's dad's career. He's a piece of shit. And people wonder. My dad's a Leeds fan, so obviously he doesn't like him. But he I think Alex no fuck what was it? Brian Clough knocked him the fuck out when he was at Nottingham Forest. He literally just sparked Roy Keane and knocked
Did
him
he?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked him out cold.
I'd say he was tough in anyway that for the manager.
Tough for a man. So he was at Sunderland for a bit. My cousin wasn't there, but a kid I grew up with and everything. He's at Stoke now. Linden. He's an American kid. He was at Sunderland since he was a kid. His mom's from Dublin. His dad's from England. But he was at Sunderland since, like I said, from the academy, and he played for them for ages. And he was underneath Roy Keane for a bit. He said he has mixed feelings. Like he's obviously going to talk positive about him because he's a Man U fan. But even he said he was just like, you could see he was just kind of compensating for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was also, and guess who he's on the team with? He was on a team with that fucking pedophile. What was his name? Johnson or something.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked him. I said, "What was he like?" He said, Frank. He said you could tell there's something kind of fucking up with him. I said, "Oh
Yeah.
fuck me, yeah." He said you could tell he was kind of a wrong'un.
Milltown Shamrock Rovers. Robbie Keane is better.
Yeah, Robbie Keane is my favorite Irish player of all time. He lived over here in LA for a long time. All the Americans loved him when he was at Galaxy. It was like a walk in the park for him.
No, Frankie, he did not end his career. He continued that match. It was the leg that broke.
Yeah, but I don't know, but he doesn't like Roy Keane though, and that's why Holland didn't go to Man United. He went to Man City. And one of my other cousins now, he's a jeweler now. He's in Dublin. I'm not going to mention his name because he's not a professional footballer, but he was on the reserves for Arsenal and stuff. And I remember, I said, the last time I was back home, and I was asking him, I said, "What's Henri like?" He said he's a fucking arrogant cunt. He said you have to like prove yourself to him.
There's Tank saying Adam Johnson. That's his name, yeah.
Yeah, Adam Johnson. That's the fella. Yeah.
OCD and OTK. TK. No, don't let you like no. TK. Who's that Ulick?
Is that the
TK.
they sponsored Crystal Palace and stuff like that. Is that the sponsorship brand? Is that the sponsorship brand will work?
You want the link to see?
But no, yeah, like I said, Leeds had a loads of big connection with Ireland and stuff like that. And my dad's always loved the Irish players and stuff. You know, said Robbie Keane was his favorite player and stuff like that at Leeds, and obviously Johnny Giles and stuff. But there's always been a big connection with. I'm trying to think. Is it called is it called the Farm back in Ireland? The
Home Farm.
It's a team or a club or something like that the Leeds used to get their get people from like the youth system from. I think it's where they got Ian Hart from and
It'd be home Farm, is it?
yeah, Home Farm. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the place.
Yeah, he did. He ended his career or break his leg. Yes, but didn't end his career or break his leg. It's all just propaganda. Himself and Holland.
I I
And his
love
group
David
haven't
Beckham
tells what
too.
happened.
I used to have all his boots and everything as a kid because David Beckham, I think, is the best free kick. I know he's a fucking pretty boy and all. He was a good player though, Beckham. I really did like him. Even though, and no one's gonna. He's a Scooby Doo. He is. Did you know that?
David Beckham was.
No, David Beckham's a Scooby Doo. Well, he's got Jewish blood. He doesn't practice it and everything, but like you can see him. I think his grandfather was or his uncle, something like that, and he's got Jewish blood. He's been seen wearing a yarmulke, so yeah.
Ian Hart. Yeah, I had a mate. Well, not a mate. I used to work with this lad, and his
Oh,
cousin was Ian Hart.
Gary Kelly was great. Gary Kelly was great. Sorry, what were you saying, Derek?
No, I was just saying I used to know a lad. I used to work with a lad, and his cousin was Ian Hart. So this
Oh
lad was
wow,
named Hart as well. Yeah,
he
yeah, he's
was
just cousins with him.
he was really good at free kicks, Ian Hart.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. You don't have players like that these days.
No,
They're all fairies nowadays. Now they all fall to the ground usually. 100% going off our all hope and keep waking up people up.
I mean that like I said, not like too many other kids. I wanted to be a footballer when I was a kid and stuff. You know, that was my ultimate dream and stuff. I didn't really have a fucking backup plan. I was basically footballer. And then
I
I
was a
got
bit the
older.
same. I had like two things on my bucket list since I'd been a kid. Like that one was to go to Anfield. I was see Liverpool play. I got to do that, and then one was to get on the radio. Back then, it wasn't to be a DJ or anything. It was more to be on the radio, for whatever reason. I just dreamt of being on the radio, and eventually got that back in the 90s when my mate invited me onto the radio. So, yeah, it was good. I got to do what I wanted to do, that kind of way. And Anfield was one thing to get to see Liverpool play. Live.
Well, I also wanted, and also as a kid too, I said the money would be cool too to have all that fucking money every fucking week. No wonder they go crazy. I mean, that's insane. At the end of the day, for a kid, I think now if you're in the Premier League, say you get started on a salary anywhere from at least what £20,000 a week. So
Yeah,
you're gonna be making over £1 million a year at least. And if you're a fucking teenager, Rooney or Ronaldo, Rooney was 16 years old, making millions of pounds a fucking year. I mean,
that's right. Yeah,
that's still today really baffles me. It's like that's crazy. I know you have teenagers doing that now, but when I was a kid, I was like, he's still a kid too when he was playing.
and now it looks like his kids are going to carry on from him. See that his kids are very good footballers now as well.
Is it?
Yeah, Rooney's kids. Yeah, same as Ronaldo's young lad. He's very good as well. He takes the free kicks a bit like his dad. Those free kicks that loop over the wall. He's very good at them, young lad.
What?
This is what's his name? Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. His young lad, yeah. He's very good at
Oh.
free kicks.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he had him like bred in like a test tube lab or something. Like had him like bred for a lady, so his genetics would be fucking crazy good. Like
Yeah.
yeah, you can look this up. Like this is crazy. Like Ronaldo is 100% dedicated. He's 39 years old. I don't care about bread and circus. I'm just talking about for a guy who's dedicated, looks after himself. That's very good. You know, that's a good role model, I guess you could say, to look up to.
Yeah. I'd say the young kid's going to be another superstar, so you'll hear about him in the future, you know. Whatever his name, I don't even know what his first name is. But same as Rooney's young lads, they're going to be hearing a few more Rooney's coming out in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of getting into the debate, Paul, in case I say the wrong thing, but it would be only a debate that's healthy. Yeah, Letitia, jump up whenever you want. Get into the debate.
Well, you know, I heard about, I knew someone over here from Cork, right? That basically said Roy Keane's old man was a fucking troublemaker and was thrown out of every pub. That's what he said, so I don't know how fucking true that is. But it'd be fucking funny, wouldn't it?
Dublin Kerry all Ireland for in the early 70s. Best shows I was ever in. I wasn't born, so, you know, Europe, so I can't say. I was a late 70s boy.
Is that the Gaelic football?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last time like I was there in 2006, I don't know if what's the light blue Gaelic, is that Crumlin or whatever the light blue colored in Gaelic football? I don't know what that is.
Dublin.
Yeah, so they were playing, and I guess they must have won in 2006 or whatever, and they came back. It was just a big crowd. You know, I had tickets to go see him. I was on the Lewis when I saw them all. I said, never heard of Gaelic football before, and I never went to go see it, but I heard it's quite fun.
I tried it out once when I was a kid. Never liked it. You'd be coming home bruises, battered and bruised. You'd be limping around. I'd be getting a few fucking hurries in the ankles. Can't jump up, we need to. So north side on that panel. Yup. Mossy Keane did that. Dublin was probably playing Leishan in the their final. Back then. Yeah, Dublin's the light blue. And then you'd have your Kerry in the yellow and stuff like that. Yeah, I was more a football fan myself, not like soccer. You want to call it that. Fan myself when I was grown up rather than hurdy or Gaelic football.
Yeah, last
Hurdy was the game Dublin never mastered. So hurdy are good at the football, is it, Ulrich?
last time I watched a football match was probably just the World Cup finals. You know, I mean, the Euro finals with England in it with my dad. That was like watching a fucking cesspool. You know what I mean?
I still watch the Premier League myself. You know, I still watch. No, I still be interested in a few championship sides as well because my dad used to support Queens Park Rangers, so I still watch out for them. See what they're doing. Like, they're doing shit in the championship, and then I watch out for Liverpool myself, and then I do watch out for this team that now they just interests me. Like about 10 years ago, I just started watching them. They're only a fucking shit club. Darlington, they play in like in the North Premier League, which is like miles down. They're not even close to getting into the proper leagues in England. But I started watching them, and now I'm just interested in seeing their scores every week. So It's just something that I've always been always like it. You know, I used to listen to the radio back years ago when you couldn't watch the football. You had to listen to the radio, and it was an English channel. You had to tune in. It wasn't the greatest quality. I used to listen to that every single week when I was a kid. When I was young, like I loved me football. As I said, I watched the 1990 World Cup. So I was 12 back then. I saw
Yeah.
young fellas with the face and the head split open, pumping blood, not a pretty sight. Where's this tradition? Sorry, I'm at the switching off there percent.
Yeah, well, I just watch sometimes. I go by.
No,
My
I was
dad
just
will have.
lady there. I was just saying that to Frankie, so Frankie knows what I'm talking about. I didn't want to say football in case it was like mixed up between
Well,
Irish
I
football.
knew. I know what football is. I know it's not soccer. I don't.
Yeah.
I've heard it my whole life. Where do you think I kind of background you grew up in? But yeah, like I said, I don't think Ireland. I mean, Ireland have missed out on 4 World Cups.
And then when we do qualify, we've been terrible in them.
Yeah, well, last one was 2002, right?
Yeah. But we've qualified for a few European championships that kind of
The
way.
Euros, the Euros.
Yeah, we've
I
been
mean,
terrible.
France cheated that black cunt Henri, even though he was one of. I'm an
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I'm an Arsenal fan, you know, he was he cheated out.
You're an Arsenal fan here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arsenal are fairly good as well, yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't, like I said, watched them in years. So I don't even know what fucking players are on the team now or anything. You know, I don't even watch. Like I said, my dad will have Sky Sports on because we have the box and everything. So I get all the channels from back home and everything.
But they're third in the league in anyway, Arsenal, you know.
They are. Wow. Didn't know.
Yeah. Chelsea are second. Now, Chelsea last year were shit. But I don't know why they finished about 10th or something. But Chelsea has spent nearly 1 point something billion on players in the last couple of seasons. Yeah, it's crazy money.
See that amount of money they fucking that's gonna be money laundering and everything down there too. And most of that fucking money was off that small hat Abramovich. You know, he had. I think that's why they went into trouble. If I'm wrong.
So you heard about Manchester City? Manchester City, the one that their owners are spending big money on their players and stuff like that. And they stopped spending the last couple of years, but they have a few charges against them, 115 charges against them, and now it's been extended to 130 charges. And if these charges come true where they've been found guilty, they could be taken out of the Premier League and any other cup competition that they're in. They could be taken out of it altogether.
So does that mean all their trophies will be stripped from them?
I'm not sure if they're going to go that fair now. No, because they're going to have to give somebody the trophy. So they can't really hand it to the second place team. I don't know which way they're going to do it. Maybe they're going to just lower them. What they did to Rangers Football Club a couple of years ago. They relegated them to the fourth division.
Remember what they did? They had to go to the 4th division or something like
that?
Yeah,
they might do something like that. Because taking them out of the league altogether, I don't know. That's not going to work either. Especially with the money that City have. They have plenty of money and they're not afraid to spend it. They're just not allowed to spend it.
Everything's shit now. I mean, that's too much fucking money in football. Like like $200 million on a player? That's insane. On one person?
Yeah. You're talking about just probably a transfer. That's a transfer. And then you're like, they have their fees. So obviously that's part of their transfer, 200 million. And then you're going to have all their little kind of, if I score this many goals and all this kind of bonuses and all that in there. It's massive money. Like there's Mo Salah, he's looking for 500,000 a week, and Liverpool weren't going to pay him it. But now, obviously, he's banging in the goals this year. He's top scorer in the league. that they came out and said, right, we pay you 500,000. We're not going to give you a 3-year contract. We're going to give you a 2-year contract because he's 40 odd now. Or he's 30 odd now, whatever it is. 34.
So and that's pounds, right? So
That's pounds, yeah.
So that's basically almost close to $600,000 a week, which is $1.2 million every 2 weeks, which is basically $2.5 million a month.
But 10, but yeah, it's about 28 million, something like that.
That's disgusting.
It's crazy money, isn't it? What's in the game now? That's why you see the smaller clubs, they struggle when they get up there into the Premier League. Like these smaller clubs, there's a few smaller clubs that are getting up there. They're all bottom. Like, you
It's
see
all
them
by
struggling.
it's all by the small hats.
And it's the same with now the cup competitions. They seem to put the big teams against the small teams to make sure all these big teams get together at the end. Why can't you just have the proper competition where they're pulled out of a hat? If it's a big team against a big team, that's just the way it goes. If you're knocked out, you're knocked out. But they try to set it up where the big teams meet, or like now near the end, like near the semi-finals and the final, that kind of way. As you say, it's all set up by design.
Yeah, I mean, look at the last World Cup. They couldn't even fucking drink there. Who the fuck in their right mind would go to a sporting event and not drink in a fucking country that's oh my god. It was Qatar, right? And it was during the winter.
But that's right, they weren't allowed to drink, weren't they? Not?
No.
If their laws, whatever it is over there. Seriously, what's I say? Seriously, oh my god, he has been treated like shit. And in Ireland. Who's this Roy Keane? Is a KO? That used to be beside us, the Temple of Islam. Will be the vehicle to sell diversity Islam. Diversity is fucking everywhere, isn't it? Even in my job, it's diversity. It's going to drill into your head.
You know what? Another thing that pisses me off is how those fucking Scooby-Doos play football in Europe. The fucking Israelis. I fucking hate those cunts. I hate them so fucking much, dude. I hate the Jews so fucking much. I hate the fucking Jews.
The grandfather built the first outdoor swim park in Phoenix.
And now you have people getting threats like some players can't even play anywhere. Like the Armenian Azerbaijani thing going on. We had a player, what was his name, Mkhitaryan, and he couldn't even play against in the final or something in the Europa League because it was in Azerbaijan and Baku or something.
You probably know how bad Manchester United are playing these days.
My dad reminded me. My mom said they were like 14th or something like that.
Yeah, 13th. Yeah, they're 13th, and they're like they still owe 413 million on players. Manchester United. They'd rather bring the new owner in, and he's plenty of money, and he's a Man United fan, the whole lot. But still, they're 413 million in debt. They're 13th place. They brought in a new manager. He hasn't really spread them into life where they thought, all right, this is the new fella. This fella now is after doing well in Portugal, where this season he's at the winning 11. He had them his team second in the Champions League. This is a Portuguese team. Had them second in the Champions League behind Liverpool. And then he left the club, and now the club is losing. So the club is losing every match. They're not losing the Champions League matches. So they're dipping down a few places in the Champions League. They're losing a couple of league matches. So now the other teams are catching up. But at Manchester United, he hasn't changed that around. He's won 1, drew 1, lost 2. So it hasn't really changed for him. But he says, hey, you need to give it time, and obviously spend more money. So that's where they spent 600 million in the last 2 seasons, Man United, on players.
How much?
600 million
pounds.
Pounds, yeah, sterling, yeah.
So that's what almost. That's about $700 million.
Crazy money, just on players alone, yeah. That's not even including their transfer fee. That's not including their wages. That's just the transfer fees alone. 600 million transfer fees.
So is it the Aviva Stadium or is it Crow Park that they play at now? The national team. Because one of it's the rugby stadium. Which one's that?
Yeah, it's the Diva Stadium. The other stadium for the Gaelic football is Crow Park, yeah. Actually, you should have asked the security, is there any rooms in Crow Park? I'll have to do one of them, yeah. With me glasses. I'm trying to do a few more hotels, you know what I mean? I'm going to do back a few more hotels. I'm going to have to find a few more hotels to do and walk into them. But I do have people on TikTok saying I should do a few more,
Yeah, Lansdowne Road. That's the name.
Lansdowne Road, Aviva, yeah, it was Lansdowne Road, yeah. It was the Aviva, yeah. Right, Frankie, I'm going to jump off this. We've been on it for 2.5. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for
Good
coming in,
talking
bro.
to you.
And everybody
No
else for
problem.
tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. And everybody
Nice.
take care. Take care, Frankie, yeah.
Have a good one, all right?
Was that close to them yesterday? He could have touched one. Yeah, could have, yeah. Sure, and the pain in the face. Right, sure, and there, take care, yeah. Thanks for open. Nice one, thank you. Lady of Air. Lockery. KO. Ulick. Paul O'Neill. Did I say thank you? And KO. Letitia. Catching, she went earlier on, didn't she? Thanks everybody for tuning in, yeah. Should be back on tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do a live tomorrow. I'm just going to go down to Dundrum. I'm going to go down to Dundrum anyway. I want to see what the story is with these immigrants that are moving in. So I'm either going to go live down there or I'm going to go just make a couple of videos on my glasses. But I'll catch you all then, yeah. Good to you all. See you later. See you later, Davina. Love you a long time. Yeah, nice one, lady there, yeah. See you all there.